What's up, everybody? This is Dan and the Movie Men. I'm Dan.
And I'm Nate, and this is our reaction to the Aquaman trailer. Welcome back, everybody. We're so glad you're here to see our first reaction video. So a couple days ago, DC released its trailers for Aquaman and Shazam. In this video, we're just going to focus on the Aquaman movie. So what do you think, Dan?
So overall, I think that this has potential. I'm not as excited as I was after seeing the Wonder Woman trailer, and I think that this is gonna be a little bit of a different movie than the Wonder Woman was. But we saw Aquaman in Justice League, and I think that I was excited enough to seeing him in there to be excited for this movie, and part of this trailer does give me a little bit of excitement, but part of it doesn't. What is your overall opinion on it?
I got decently excited after seeing it. You know, like you said, there's some parts that make me a little iffy on what's gonna happen in the movie, and then there's parts that makes me really excited. And one of it, I would say, is the tone, because like you said, it's kind of like the Wonder Woman, you know, trailer. It gives you a tone in between Batman vs Superman and Superman. You know, Batman vs Superman, super dark. Suicide Squad, super light. You know, super humorous. And you know, I really liked Wonder Woman. I loved the tone. I just feel like this, like the tone of it, it's in between, but it's more on like a cocky side.
Okay. Yeah, I also agree with that, because Aquaman is this big, broad dude who knows he's powerful, and so he does have that kind of cocky charisma that he carries with him. But for me, in this trailer, there was a lot of different tonnage changes, and so that's what makes me hesitant about this movie, because DC suffers a lot with their tone and the way their movies are portrayed, as far as Suicide Squad being lighthearted, and then you have Batman v Superman, who's super dark and serious.
Yeah, you know, I do feel that the director, who I can't remember his name right now, but he has done a lot of horror films, so I feel like he may
James Wan.
Yes, thank you. I think he might be able to keep it dark enough, but still have, like, you know, a good humor that we saw from Aquaman in Justice League. Yeah,
and one of the redeeming factors that I found in this trailer was Atlantis itself. I think that Atlantis looks absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. But it does remind me of the Gungan City in Star Wars Episode 1. Just my opinion. I think it is a little bit too CGI heavy, but you obviously can't make a practical.
Well, yes, yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. It does remind me of that, but you know, I thought it really looked good. I thought, you know, when they were, like, you know, going through in the whatever that one weird submarine type thing was, you know, it gave me the sense that they were underwater, but it also gave me the sense that, like, they don't react to it like they're underwater. They react to it as if we were, you know, as we are on top. Like, that's how they react to it. And you know, I think it's going to take a little bit to get used to in the movie, because it threw me off a little bit. You know, not much, but it's going to take a little bit of time to get used to that, because you know, nobody's really seen it. Like in the Gungan City, they were in a bubble, so like they still had air, and they weren't technically underwater. So it's going to take a little bit to get used to.
And part of me thinking about that makes me think that because they didn't incorporate the bubbles and like the audio effects of them being underwater, I think we're going to see a lot more of Atlantis than if they only had a couple of snippets of Atlantis, where they could have the budget to do the bubbles for every single person and the audio. I think we're going to see a little bit more of Atlantis based on this trailer.
You know, honestly, I'm going to disagree with that. I think we're going to see less than what we're expecting, because there was a lot in the trailer that was outside. Okay. You know.
And I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing.
No, I don't think it's a bad thing at all. Especially if we saw Aquaman outside of pretty much outside of water almost the entire Justice League.
And especially because the villain, one of the villains, what's his name?
King Orm.
Yeah, King Orm is trying to take over land, I guess.
He doesn't like the humans and stuff, so he's trying to just wipe out all the land beings.
And that brings us to another point: is Black Manta or King Orm? Like, is there two villains? I get flashbacks of Batman v Superman with Doomsday and Lex Luthor, two major supervillains against one hero.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that's gonna go down.
You know what? I will say I did like the look of Black Manta though.
I didn't.
No? Oh yeah, you said. Go ahead.
He looks like a giant fly. He's Fly Man.
You know, I didn't mind it. I thought it actually intrigued me, and I really liked the lasers coming out of his eyes. I think they did a really good job with that.
I do like that.
I'll commend them on that, but otherwise, I don't know.
I mean, but overall, this trailer did what it did. It excited me a little bit for it. Makes me a little bit hesitant. I predict that this movie won't be as good as Wonder Woman, but probably the second or third best in the DCEU.
Okay, yeah, I think I'll agree with that. I'm hoping this is. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna hope this is the best because I love DC.
Obviously.
DC characters are my favorite. I read the comics more than Marvel, so I'm gonna agree. I'm excited, but I'm not gonna get high hopes for it.
So those are our final thoughts on the Aquaman trailer. If you guys have seen the trailer already, it's been out for a couple of days. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts on the trailer. Do you like Aquaman? Do you like the tone? Do you like Atlantis? What's your most excited part for this movie?
And don't forget to go look at our Shazam review. That's gonna be up the same day as this.